Larson. Places with the lick shot that misses wide on the blocker side. This man Hopkins playing close to pressure in as well. Back out to Larson. Larson with a snap shot. That was tipped in the point.
All right, folks, we are back in action. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Grabbed somebody else's hotspot, and I think we're in good shape. Let me know, 612-747-2525. We still have a man advantage for a minute 13 here. Puck comes there to Eli on the sideboards. Hopkins able to get a hold of it. They dump it all the way down, and Danny stops it behind the net. Danny gives it to Eric. Eric reeling around, but he's got a little sticky puck stuff going on as it's still a little bit wet. Nice job, gets it over to Garrett. Garrett brings it in. He controls it, gets to Eli on the sideboards, and we set up. Eli to Eric. Eric rolls to the center. Gets it to the far side to Cooper. Cooper down low to Garrett. Garrett to Cooper. Almost got that to Colton. Eli has it on the sideboards. He controls it down low. Eli zips it over there to Eric. Eric rolls to the center. Puts it on net, looking for a rebound, comes to Cooper. Cooper with a good shot, but a nice blocker save. Garrett zips it all the way up to Eric. Eric, nice job getting it down there to Cooper. Cooper to Garrett. Garrett wheels around on the sideboards, gets it down low to Cooper. Cooper's trying to get that out front. Just got tipped away, and Eric is able to keep it in somehow or other. Nice job, Mr. Larson. Gets it down low there to Garrett. That might just be the spark we needed. Got it out front. It was the spark we needed. Holy smokes! Eric Larson with the extra effort to keep that puck in the zone. Got it down there to Garrett. Garrett out front to Cooper, and to Colton, Colton Crook with the goal, and he jams it in. Hot dog. That was what we needed. I think it was Eric to Garrett to Colton.
Eric's like the fifth on that.
You think he was the fifth? All right, we'll find out here in a second. All right, so I found out number 37, Lucas, out there at left wing is an 8th grader for us. Rock on. Good first game for him to start out on. He's playing great. Puck comes back to Rocco. He gets it up there to Nick. Nick brings it into the zone. He cuts across, takes a shot. That gets deflected by the goaltender. Puck goes in. So Klink and Milinkovic got the assist. If there was ever a time for a third assist, I want to give that to Eric. Oh my gosh. So folks, while I was chattering away, Hopkins just made a nice shot pass that was a deflection up, and it came out so fast that the ref saw it and said it did not go in. Wow, how is that not a hook? All right, so Joey has it back in our own zone. He gets it over there to Sawyer. Sawyer tips it nicely, so we get it all the way in. We get a full change except for Rocco. And nice job there by McBean keeping it in, and Riley dumps it in. George goes after it. Lots of checking going on. Looks like George is going to get an elbowing call. So we're going to do a little penalty killing here with the score 1-1 right now, and the Beastie Boys coming over the loudspeaker. Luckily, I'm back to having my one-piece bathing suit on as the heaters got turned down a little bit. Didn't have to wear my bikini anymore. Hopefully it stays at the same temp because it's a lot more doable than it was before. I know everyone at home cares about whether I'm sweating or not. Okay, Hopkins has 5 players. Breck has 4. Nice job by Cooper. Rips it out there. And here comes Eli on a breakaway. Eli cuts over, takes a shot. Oh, nice play there by Eli as Hopkins was able to slash Eli's stick and keep him from getting a full shot on that one. Nice play. All right, so we've got Garrett and Eli at the top of the box. Harrison and Eric back on defense. Garrett gets a draw, he gets it over there to Eric. Eric back to Hudson. Hudson rolls to the center, and he decides to dump it back in, but that gets cut off by Hopkins. Nice play there by Harrison, and he dumps it all the way down. Nice job, Mr. Hudson. Hopkins has it back behind their net. They're looking to break it out here, and they've got the man advantage. Good job by Eli. And Eric gets it up there to Garrett. Garrett wheels around his man. He gets it out front. Good play to... Oh, and a good eat there by Hopkins. But Breck gets back in control, back on our own blue line. We just softly dump it up there to Garrett. Nice play by Garrett, controlling it. And here comes Hopkins. They break it out of the zone. They get it into the zone, and they're just going to set up as they've got a little 3-on-2. Oh, nice play there. Oh, I think it was off of our own player into the back of the net as they tried to put it across to their far side. And it just took a funny bounce off of our player. Or at least I think that's what happened. Anyway, doesn't matter. Hopkins is up right now 2-1 with 13 minutes to go here in the second period. That's a fiddlesticks goal. But that's all right. Everybody's going over to bang Danny on the pads. We've got Joey and Rocco out there on defense. Will Offenhauser, Colton Crook, and Sawyer Michelson. Colton on the draw. Colton somehow or other brings it all the way into the zone. Nicely done. Colton from his butt trying to get a hold of it. Rocco hits it to Sawyer. Colton looked like a 6-month-old baby just sitting there playing with. And okay, so the puck's down in the corner now. We're digging for this thing. Colton's still digging for it. He's having a heck of a shift. Will Offenhauser right along the boards. He's getting some good minutes here. Hopkins dumps it down. Oh, nice job there by Joey. Joey wheels back around behind his net. He gets that to Rocco. What a heck of a play. Rocco up to Sawyer. Got up in Sawyer's skates, and here comes Rocco. Rocco comes in on a 1-on-2 over the blue line. He wheels around. He's able to wheel around. Oh, great play! As Will Offenhauser took a good shot on that one. Oh, Hopkins is able to stop that from getting out. I'm telling you, it's a little bit of a physical game here. Hopkins is getting it down in the corner, but they've got to go against Joey. They wing it across the crease, and here comes Sawyer. Sawyer gets it up there to Lucas. Lucas heads up. Good play, gets it down there to Sawyer. Whips it around. That puck comes out of the zone, and here they come. Hopkins on a bit of a 2-on-0, but Eric with the speed. Oh! Hopefully Eric's okay there. Nice play. Nice job by Colton. And we come down on a 2-on-1. It's Colton. He tried to get that over, but couldn't get it over there to Lucas. I'll tell you, this is an exciting game, folks. A lot going on. Hopkins comes away with it, and they've got a 2-on-2, but they're coming down against Eric and Colton. They still control. They get it to the center. They wheel to the side. Nice play, but Danny with a big save. Oh, nice job. Oh! We almost had a bit of a break there, but here's Hopkins. They whip it across the crease. Wesley does a nice job staying on his man. And here's Mr. Nick Downing. Puck goes back to the Hopkins tee behind their net. They look to wheel around. Wesley in on the forecheck along with OVH. Puck comes back to Eric. Eric whips it all the way in. But here's Hopkins. They're looking to get it out quickly. Puck gets dumped into the Breck zone. Eric goes after it while Hopkins gets a change. Eric smartly wheels around, looks for a quick up, but nobody was ready for that one. Nice job by OVH coming back for the puck. Oh, it took a weird bounce. And a smart play by Eric, just reading the play. And a nice, oh! I am not sure why that's a penalty other than everybody in the place on the left side is cheering for it. Eric made a nice check, pushing him on the hip. We're just going to check this one out again because there might be a little disagreement in this telecasting booth as to whether or not that was a penalty. But as I said before, it's impossible to change the ref's mind, so we're going to go down a man. We've got 4. They've got 5. We've got Rocco and Joey back on D. Eli and Garrett at the top of the box. Nice job there by Joey, and Joey whips it all the way down. Hopkins goaltender plays it, gives it to their D behind the net. They bring it out, but the puck got stuck a little bit there. Eli does a nice job just holding his area. Here comes Hopkins. They had a nice pass to get into the zone. They're going to bring it in. They take a quick shot. Oh, up over the shoulder of Danny for a 3-1 lead for the Royals. Rats. So that's another power play goal for the Royals as they were able to snap that one off with 9:43 left to go here in the second period. All right. So we've got Eli, Garrett, and OVH out there. Cooper and Harris and Hudson out on defense. Oh, looks like we're going to do a little goaltender change here. All right, here we go. All right, sometimes that happens. Sometimes you got to just switch the mojo up. Game's basically halfway over, and it's only a 2-goal game. So Breck is raring to go. Mac West is in net now. Danny Pastor did a great job, but we just needed to change up the mojo. Here comes Hopkins. Nice play there by Cooper. Cooper gets to the far side, gets it to Eli. Eli, nice job playing it off the boards. Gets it over front. Gets it to Garrett. Garrett with a good tip. But a nice save by the keeper, and we've got an icing call against Hopkins. With 9:23 to go, I'm not sure the clock ever started, but that's okay. We could use a couple extra seconds. So we're going to have a face-off to the right of the Hopkins keeper. I got to check my phone. How are we doing, folks? Can you hear us? Can you see us? So far, so good. George can be a bully. You're absolutely right. All right, Garrett's going to take the draw. Eli and OVH are up there along with Eric and Cooper. Puck comes back to Cooper. Cooper makes a nice lateral move to get away from his guy. God, that's a good play. Gets it out to Eli. Eli wheels back, takes a shot. Oh! What a save by the Hopkins keeper as Eli went low and the Hopkins keeper guessed right, went low with his glove and was able to save that one. I love that play. What's that?
That was the save.
Right, absolutely, because that was a rifle from Eli. Puck comes back to Eli. Eli gets it to Cooper. Cooper tries to dump it in, but it gets blocked and taken out of the zone. Eli back to Eric. Eric to Cooper. Cooper brings it up, gets it up there to OVH. Nice play. OVH back down in the corner. He whips it around there to Eli. Nice job by Eli with a little fake. Oh! Tried to take the eyes away from the goaltender as Eric was able to put all the way on net. Comes down to Eli. Eli got it out front to Garrett. Garrett with a good, quick back and forth. Puts it in the back of the net, folks. Eli Milinkovic to Garrett Trench. Gotta love that play. I think we might even have another assist from a defender. I'm not sure who, but we'll listen for the call. But that is what we needed. 3-2 right now, Hopkins. Every single one. I know. This is it. So this is interesting. We've got a single A team playing a double A team. Double A, the elbows can get up a little higher. We're not used to that as much, as we're seeing a lot of high elbows. No icing on this. Puck back behind the net. And nice job there by Harrison. He dumps it in back on net. We're going to have a face-off just to the right of the Hopkins Royals. They're not the Hopkins Lions. They're the Hopkins Royals. What am I thinking? They
drew up a line.
The font needs to be bigger for me, and then I'd understand it was the Royals. Okay, so Nick Downing gets it into the corner and comes away with it. He controls. Nice job. And Hopkins is able to come away with it. Hopkins zips it over to the far side. Joey, nice stick on puck. Gets it out of the zone. Hopkins gets it over the far side. They dump it back in, and Mac gets it behind the net. Gives it to Joey. Joey, nice dish up there to Nick. Nick to Sawyer. Sawyer to Nick. And it comes into the far side, and Lucas goes hard after it. That's going to be a hand pass. Oh, no. Maybe not. Hopkins is able to bring it into the zone. They take a quick rip. That's the first save, I think, for your Mac. First save for Mac West as Hopkins came over, hit our goaltender right in the face, so we knocked the guy down. Their guy didn't like that we knocked their guy down, so he came over, and Mac West smartly just skated away. I think he enjoys the Biggie song. Can you guys hear Biggie at home? How much music can you hear? All right, so the puck comes out. Another quick shot. Mac West covers it up. Let's see, we've got Rocco and Eric are out there together right now on D. Colton, Wesley, and Riley. Colton on the draw. Gets it up the sideboards. And Wesley almost comes away with it. And he does! Here comes Wesley on a 2-on-1. He brings it in. He takes a good low shot trying to get a pad pass there. But a good save. And Hopkins brings it out. Nice job there by Eric. Puck comes out of the zone. Wesley lays down the big body as he's not very happy with the late hit that he received down there before. We passed it. That goes a little bit too far. No icing, though, as everybody missed it. Nice job by Wesley distracting him. Puck goes on to the Hopkins keeper. We're going to have a face-off just to the left of their keeper with 7:05 left to go here in the second period. Hey, John Rentz, you're always honest. Am I a little bit too close to the microphone? Do I need to be a little further away? Am I a little tinny? Does it feel like I'm shouting right in your ear? Give me some feedback if you would. And any other comments on players, like who's being a bully or not, I appreciate that as well. All right, sounds like everyone can see the stream really well right now, so that's great. Hats off to Hans for figuring it out, and to Wesley's dad for loaning us his phone for the Verizon carrier that happens to work in this building. Nice job by Joey. He keeps it in. Joey and Cooper are out there now. The sideboards, and Hopkins dumps it in. They're saying no icing. That goes to Joey in the corner. Joey keeps it. Gets that up to Eli. Nice play. Oh! Just gets out of the zone, but was a little bit behind OVH. Nice job by Hopkins digging hard to get it in. And here's Eli. Eli dumps it up the sideboards. Nice play. Comes to Hopkins. Hopkins dishes down low. They've got it back behind the net. And Garrett gets it up to OVH. Oh, and up the sideboards. Garrett's digging for it, and he dumps it in. 6:10 left to go here in the second period. Hopkins does a good quick up there to get to the blue line, but that gets cut off by Eric. And Eric cuts to the center. We've got a 3-on-2. Eric comes in with Eli. He cuts to the center, gets down to Eric. Eric almost got that over to OVH, but it just got deflected by the defender, and the puck comes out of the zone for Rocco. Rocco has it in the corner. I'm sorry, on the sideboards. That comes up to Eli, to Eric. Eric gives it to Eli. Eli almost got it down to Eric down low. Puck's digging on the sideboard, still digging. Will Offenhauser's in there. He's digging. Nice job, Will. And Hopkins says we want a change. So they rifle it down to the other end. That's going to be an icing call. And we're going to have a face-off just to the left of the Hopkins goaltender. And they're advertising for Chuck a Puck right now. For those of you who don't know what Chuck a Puck is, you pay a few bucks, you get a puck, you get to chuck it. Whoever puts it on the dot on the red line wins massive amounts of money. Generally, it's like $35. And the other half of the money goes to the Hopkins hockey program. Eric dumps it in. And we had a delayed offsides. Nick got back on sides. Nice play there by Will, keeping it in. And another good save for Danny Pastor as the puck goes into his face mask on the bench this time. We're going to have a face-off just to the right of the Hopkins keeper. Nick Downing's out there. Sawyer, Will Offenhauser, Rocco, and Eric are out there. Nick Downing on the draw. Puck comes back behind the Royals net. Royals are sending a cherry picker out there now. Royals with a nice breakout, but Sawyer back checking hard, and Eric dumps it back in. Ooh, here comes Nick. Nick over the blue line. He's going to bring this in. He gets it over there. Eric. Eric with a toe drag release. Sawyer puts it top corner. Exactly where Grandma keeps the peanut butter. Woo! What a fun goal for Sawyer Michelson. He had to move that puck quickly, folks. And that's where it pays to get that shot off in a hurry. He does one more stick handle, and that goaltender's going to make it all the way over there. What a great play. Love that by everybody who was out on the ice there, and a fantastic finish by Mr. Sawyer. Oh, we got a discussion going on. Hopkins is not happy about something. Probably that the score is 3-3.
Who had the second goal?
Who had the second goal? The second goal, wasn't that Garrett Trench with the little quick shot in the front? We're at 3-3. Yep. It says 3-2, folks, but I swear we're at 3-3. So now here comes Hopkins into the zone. Nice poke check there by Joey. Puck comes up the sideboards. 4.5 left to go here in the second period. Eli takes the puck. He gets it over the red line. He's bringing it in. Oh, nice little move. Gets it down there to Garrett. Garrett tried to get that back to Cooper. Cooper dumps it back in the corner for Eli. Eli to OVH. OVH back down to Eli. Eli in the corner. Gets it over to Joey. But Joey had a man all over him. Oh, ref got in the way on that one. OVH gets it back to Joey. Joey back down low softly to Garrett. Garrett down in the corner. He gets it to Joey. Joey rolls to the center, gives it to Cooper. Cooper down low to Eli. Eli down lower to OVH. And, good job by Joey keeping that puck in. Comes to the center. Eli almost had a chance. Puck just kept bouncing, and here comes Hopkins with it as they break it out. Hopkins cuts to the center. Nice move. Number 5 with a solid move, but we were able to check him off that puck. Nice play there by Cooper. Eli gets it up there to Garrett. Garrett brings it in, and I think we're going to go for a change. Yep, that makes sense. Hopkins has it back behind their net. Good job by Dovey forcing him there. And here comes Hopkins out of the zone. Nice job there by Cooper stepping up. And a heck of a stick pop. Nice play there by Colton. As Hopkins dumps it in, that's going to be an icing call against Hopkins with 3:05 left to go here in the second period. Let's see if I have any honest feedback from John. Oh, John's being way too nice to me tonight. Hopefully everybody's able. Oh, good. People are coming back in. 3:05 left to go here in the second period. Colton Crook's going to take the face-off. We got Wesley and Dovey out there. Looks like we're going to change the time on the clock a little bit. Harrison Hudson and Eric. I think they're talking about why it's not 3-3. Maybe the 3 is broken on the Mustang side. There we go. It's now 3-3. Nothing's broken. Everybody's good.
Woo! The time's so short because they haven't announced it.
Oh, is that what's going on? Okay. That's something the boys will remember. They'll have no issues with that. Math class, that's a different topic, but who scored, who got the points, everybody knows. Nice job by Riley. Puck goes down there for Colton. Puck goes up. $15 from Larson and Downing. Love it. Nice job, Sawyer. Puck comes down to the corner. Colton has it down. He gets it over there to Harrison. Harrison was ready for it. Put it on net almost. He got blocked out front. Is he going to cover it? No, it's back behind the net. And Hopkins comes away with it. Hopkins on a bit of a 3-on-2 here. They bring it wide, but Eric with a nice move riding his man all the way to the wall. Puck's back there for Harrison behind the net. Harrison gives it to Colton. Colton rips it back around there for Riley. Riley loses a stick. And, good job by Wesley cutting it off. Here's Harrison. He gets it out of the zone. And Riley almost had a chance for that one. Oh, Wesley came in like a freight train. And we're trying to get that puck, but Hopkins comes away with 2 minutes to go. Down in the corner. They try to go top corner, but that goes over the net. Riley's taking forward on the side. He gets it all the way out of the zone. Comes down to Eric back in our zone. And Eric dishes it out just a little bit too far for Wesley. And Hopkins dumps it back in. Harrison has it back in our zone. He tries to get it up the sideboards. Ooh, a good tip there by Hopkins, but a better save by Mac West. Comes back to the Hopkins D. They take a shot. Oh, good eat there by OVH. Takes it off the hand. As we dump it softly down to the other end, that's going to be an icing call against Breck with 1:18 left to go here in the second period. 3-3 hockey game, folks. 3 goals for your Breck Mustangs this period has been pretty exciting. So we're going to have Rocco and Joey out there on D. Eli, Garrett, and OVH at the forwards. Garrett Trench on the draw. Oh, good play. God darn it. Puck came right back to Hopkins. They took a quick shot. I don't think Mac West was able to see it, and it just went over his glove. That puck had eyes. So with 1:16 left to go here in the second period, that was a mood killer on the Breck side, as the Royals are now up 4-3 on your Breck Mustangs. We're going to keep that same line out there, except we're now putting Eric and Cooper out there on defense. No, I'm sorry, we have a few changes. Colton's out there as well. Colton gets that up to Eli. Puck comes back to Eli. Eli gets it to Colton, to Garrett, who put it back down low. Colton lays down the heavy body. And Eli steals the puck. Almost gets that over to Garrett. Steals it again. But he's got 2 men on him. Can he get a shot off? No. It's still down in the corner, and we're all digging for it hard. Hopkins tries to get it out of the zone, but Cooper controls it. No! Oh, fiddlesticks. I knew since we had the puck and they called the whistle that meant a penalty on us. Mr. Crook is going off the ice again for a penalty with 47.9 seconds to go here in the second period. Fiddlesticks. I apologize to all the grandmothers in the audience for my poor language. All right, so Cooper and Eric are going to be out there. Garrett and Eli, top of the box. 2-minute man advantage for Hopkins. They've got 5 players, we've got 4. Garrett Trench on the draw. Puck goes back down low. He gets it out of the zone. Nice job by Cooper Klink to get out of the zone. Here comes Hopkins. They look to bring it in. They do. Eric is controlling it behind the net. Gets it to Cooper. Cooper whips it all the way around. And there's 30 seconds remaining on the clock for the second period. 1:30 left in the man advantage for Hopkins. Hopkins gets a little bit too far. Cooper decides to put it back down. And here comes Eli. Eli with a nice play. He controls, gets it, keeps it down low. Garrett has it. 12 seconds remaining. Here comes Hopkins. They bring it out of the zone. 6 seconds remaining. They're just going to try to get in and get a shot. They do. They take a shot. Oh, and a nice save there by Mac. Does that look like it was going to go up and be a good shot on net, but a nice play by Mac. And it looks like Hopkins is having a little bit of fun playing possum down here in the corner. We're not sure exactly what has happened, but they're asking Hopkins to go off the ice and Breck to go off the ice. I think a few of these players know each other. A lot of players grew up in the same area. They've been on teams together in the summer. And when you get back to play against a friend, well, let's just say that you may not be as friendly during the game as you will be after the game. So, all right, folks, the score is 4 for the Royals, 3 for the Mustangs. Come on back for the second period, or for the third period, as we have finished up our second period. We're going to start out on a penalty kill. We'll talk to you in a little bit. All right, welcome back, sports fans, to a third period of Breck hockey out here at the Hopkins Royals Pavilion. So, bring you back into the action. We had a little bit of craziness at the end of the period of the second period as Hopkins went up 4-3. Now, I've got to remember exactly what's going on here as far as penalties, because I think that we definitely do still have a penalty for a minute 13. Got it. Okay. So Mac West is in nets now. Danny Pastor played a great game, but we had to switch up the mojo at 3-1, and it worked because we got to 3-3, and then Hopkins got a good, quick little goal there at the end. So Colton's going to be in the box here. We're going to be down a man for a minute 13 to start the period. And your Breck Mustangs want to win this game. Hopkins is not in our section, so that's not really the concern. This is about pride, baby, because a lot of these guys know each other. All right, Cooper and Eric are going to start us out at defense. Garrett and Eli out there at the top of the box. Cooper gets it. He rips it all the way down, and he gets it to number 5 for Hopkins. Oh, sticky puck syndrome. It's a little wet out there. Gets it over there to Eli. Eli tried to get that back up, but Hopkins is able to break it out. Ooh. Nice play by Garrett, excuse me. Wow. Hopkins gets it up the sideboards, and they control. They've got 5 players. We've got 4. They get it out to the top of the umbrella over the far side. They look to take a shot. They do, but a nice eat down there by Eric. Puck comes to Hopkins down low. They take a good quick shot, but Mac West was ready for it. Eli controls the puck. Oh, but Hopkins is able to get it back. Garrett gets it. Oh, he almost got that up to Eric. We love that we're looking for shorties anytime we can. And Breck goes for a change. We've got Nick out there along with Sawyer, our third goal scorer. Cooper and Joey are out there right now. Nice play there by Nick. Nick lays out 2 players. And right on net. So we are back to 5-on-5 hockey, folks, as Lucas is out there, Sawyer and Nick. And it comes to Sawyer again. Sawyer takes a good quick shot, but that got deflected wide by the blocker of the Hopkins tender. Hopkins gets it on the sideboards. It's a little wet down there. You never know what's going to happen with that puck. Ooh, but it scoots out to the Hopkins player, and Hopkins breaks it out. They come in on a 3-on-3. That's offsides by just a little bit. So we're going to have a face-off just outside the Breck zone with 15-13 to go. Royals are up 4-3. Looks like we're going to be changing the forwards here. Rocco and Joey are there back on defense. Wesley at right wing. Colton at center. And Riley Dovenberg at right wing. Rocco rips it around there to Joey. Joey gets it up to Colton. Nice catch by Colton. Colton goes down, though, and he dumps it into the zone.
Go, Riley.
Hopkins breaks it out of the zone. They get it to the far side over there. Goes in Rocco's skates, and Rocco just gets enough of the guy so that Joey can come over and take that puck. Good teamwork by the defenseman. We ripped it off the back of the Hopkins player. They come back in. They go to take a shot, but Joey with a nice eat. He gets it out of the zone just a little bit too far. That's going to be an icing against Breck. So with 14:35 to go, we're going to have a face-off down to the right of Mr. Mac West. The Macanudo, the Mac Daddy, the Macinator, the Big Mac. Garrett, Eli, OVH are out there. Cooper and Eric on D. Puck comes down to the corner, and Cooper has it back behind our net. Cooper wheels around with it. He uses his speed. He zips it all the way over there to Eli, but it goes off his skates, and it comes back to Cooper again. Cooper dumps it into the zone. Hopkins puts it all the way down to the other end. the strange little play there, folks. Couldn't even describe it fast enough. Eric says hi to a friend. Eli says hi to a friend. So what happened was the puck went in very slowly on Mac West. Mac tried to signal to his D friend, go over into the corner, so he pushed it that way. RD went the other way, and then their guy came in and almost got a shot. But Mac stopped it, everything's good. And here's Eli. Oh, Eli cut back, and he almost had a good opportunity there. Hopkins dumps it over to the far side. Nice play there by Cooper, playing the angle on his man. OVH digging for it. He gets it out of the zone, but it comes back in again and comes to Eric. Eric back in our own zone. He's looking to skate it out. Eric takes it over the red line. He dumps it in hard off the ref. The ref took a hard one off the bicep, but it looks like he's okay. Hopefully that doesn't go against us later on. There's Eric. Eric zips it up there to Garrett. Garrett ducks a big elbow.
Go, Garrett!
And here's Hopkins. They come away with it back behind their net. They dump it off the glass, try to get it out, but Rocco keeps it in. Eli gets it across the front, and a nice poke there by Eric. And here comes Hopkins. Hopkins dumps it in deep, and OVH gets it back on the net. He does a nice job getting over there to Eric. Puck came out front, but got zipped across the crease. Ooh, interesting play there by OVH. Puck comes down there to Eric. Eric back behind his own net. He wheels back around. Smart play. Gets it up there to Eli. Eli to Garrett. Garrett's got a one-on-one. He's going to have a little bit of fun here. He gets it across. That's going to be covered up by the Hopkins keeper. Garrett's feeling like that should be an interference call, but we're going to have a face-off to the left of the Hopkins keeper with 12:50 to go here in the third period. Got some Chicago vibes going on in the arena right now. All right, Nick Downing's going to take the draw. We've got Sawyer out there with Will Offenhauser. Harrison, Hudson, and Rocco back on D. Puck goes back behind the Hopkins net. They look to get it up. That comes in. Harrison does a good job of shooting that puck back in. Hopkins has it back behind the net. They get it out of the zone, but Nick keeps it in. He gets it across almost to Sawyer, and there's Harrison keeping that puck in. Nice play by Harrison. Puck goes in down low for Will. Will with a nice move. Controlling down there. That's a tough play. Comes to Nick. Nick goes back down for Will. Will, hard F1 on his man. I like that play. That helps keep it in because Nick's able to come in and help out. Puck goes back to the corner again. Hopkins wants to get this out because we've got good pressure. Sawyer rips it just across the crease, but Harrison gets it on. Oh, nice play by Harrison. Gets it on net. Oh, look at that. Sawyer, the good forecheck. Making him angry here. Colton digging for it. He gets a hold of it, gets it back to Rocco. Rocco wants to roll. He does, moves back and forth. He cuts in, he's got a chance. Oh, and the puck just squirts away from him. He puts it back in down low. I know there's a lot of high elbows here. And nice job by Harrison keeping it in. Boy, that was good pressure by the boys. We weren't able to get a good scoring op. But here comes Harrison. Harrison comes in while the rest of Breck goes off for a change. Harrison, I like that shot. Low, ripping it right on net, gives everybody a chance to change. Colton comes back. He's trying to get this out front. He's looking for a friend. And here comes Hopkins. They got a bit of a 3-on-2 here. They get it down to the far corner. Nice play there by Eric, reading where that drop pass was going to go. And Eric comes out. He gives it to Colton. Colton, oh. And here comes Hopkins. Nice play. And Hopkins looks to bring it in. That's going to be a little bit offsides. And with 10:48 left to go. Those are some boys that know each other. So we're trying to figure out what's going to happen here. Number 5 for Hopkins needs to tie his skates. Don't want anyone getting hurt out here. Nope, got to go out the ice for that. Sorry, folks. is watching the drama unfold. Real Housewives of Hopkins or something like that. Puck goes all the way around the far side. Hopkins, big number 17 against our big number 17. Nice job there by Cooper. Getting the puck, gets it over there to Eli. Eli to Garrett. Garrett brings it in. He's going to the far side. Giving it to Eli. Eli rips it. Oh, good save by the Hopkins keeper. OVH gives a nice play down to Garrett. Garrett gets the puck down behind the net. Nice play by Garrett. Getting back up and getting a hold of that one. Well, it comes there to Cooper. Cooper keeps it in. He puts it on net. That gets deflected up into the netting. With 10:04 left to go here in the third period. We're going to have a face-off, I think, to the left of the Hopkins keeper, but we'll see. Eli, OVH. Garrett Trench on the draw. Cooper and Eric back on D. Puck comes back to Eric. Eric to Eli. Eli gets it down low to OVH. Someone called him Owen, and I'm like, who's Owen? Oh, that's right, it's OVH. Comes to Eric. Eric dumps it in. OVH goes for it. Good play down there, Owen. Owen gets it over there to Eric. Eric rolls to the center. Puck's rolling on him. Gets it to Cooper. Cooper down to Eli. Eli out to Eric. Eric rips it. Oh, a good save.
Good shot, Eric. Keep shooting.
Puck goes down low. Garrett's giving it to Eli. Eli cuts to the center. Cuts around to the top. He wants to shoot this thing. Gives it to Cooper instead. And Cooper, nice play, keeping that in. Oh, that could have been a tripping call, folks. But evidently with 9 minutes to go, the marbles are going to stay in the pocket. Eli dishes over there to Cooper. It's good pressure by Breck. Oh, and a nice tip in there by Lucas. That would have been a fantastic first goal for him. First goal in the varsity. All right, so Hopkins dumps it all the way down. That's going to be icing.
Wow, we were buzzing.
With 8:58 to go here in the third period, Breck's a buzzing. We're going to have a face-off to the left of the Hopkins keeper. We've got Lucas, Nick, and Sawyer out there. Let's see if we can keep that hot hand of Sawyer going. Rocco and Joey back on defense. Nice job there by Nick. He gets it in deep.
Go, Sawyer. Come on, Nick.
Nick comes away with it. He's trying to get that out front. Comes to Sawyer. Sawyer back down to Nick low. Nick gets it almost up to Sawyer. Is it in the front of the net? Where is it? Oh, it's in the corner. They go D to wing, ringing it around the boards. They make a nice play, but Nick comes away with it. Rocco gets it up there to Joey. Joey up the side boards, and Hopkins dumps it back in. That's going to go back behind the net for Mac. Mac rips it up the boards, and here comes Hopkins on their backhand side. Woo! Hopkins back behind our net with it. Good play there by Nick. Oh, and a heck of a shot. Get that puck out of there. Nice job saving that by Mr. Nick Downing, as that puck was just sitting there on the goal line. Here comes Hopkins. They take a shot. Mac West doesn't have his stick. Puck comes out, and Nick's got it. He dumps it all the way down. They're saying no icing on the play.
Change it up. Here we go.
Hopkins does a good quick up there, and that comes all the way down. Cooper gets it. He gives it to Eric behind our net. Eric up to Dovey. Dovey over there to Colton. Colton brings it in with speed. Takes a shot. That got deflected up. Rats, I was hoping that one was going to go. Here comes Hopkins coming out of the zone, but a nice back check there by Wesley, and a great poke by Eric. Eric gets it up to Colton. Colton with a clapper. Takes the shot. Oh! And great play there by Dovey, but he catches a stick up in the neck. He's got to go off the ice. Great job. Let's go, Breck. We're going to have a face-off down in the Hopkins zone. Wow. That was a fun play. Colton let a big clap bomb go. Nice and low, right down where it's hard for a goaltender to control the rebound. That came out to Dovey. He took a shot, but a nice glove save by the Hopkins keeper. Comes to Garrett. Garrett to Eli. Eli rips it. And a blocker save for the Hopkins. OVH gets it down low. He's still digging for it. Hopkins gets it out of the zone. They go down to the far side. They're going to try to bring this in. They take a shot, but Mac West is ready for him. Nice play there by Cooper. He zips it all the way up to Eli in the corner. Eli gets it out front to Garrett. 7 minutes remaining in the period. Garrett gets it back there to Cooper. Cooper with a good shot. Oh! Great play by Eli getting that over to OBH, but the goaltender's stick just got in the way. We dump it back in. Breck is buzzing. Let's go, Breck! Puck comes out of the zone. Cooper has it back at his own blue line. Cooper looks to bring it in. And here comes Garrett. Nice play by Hopkins bringing it into the zone. Nice play by Eli getting it up to Garrett. We've got a bit of a 2-on-2 here. Garrett brings it in the zone, takes a shot. Oh, I saw that. That had a chance, folks. Oh, that's got to be a... Wait, how is that a penalty on us?
What? I thought it was offside. It's offside, not a penalty.
Oh, come on. Do you see what they did to Will? All right, I'm a little biased. That happens, folks. Anyway, so that was interesting. Oh, Garrett loses a glove here. Wow, Harrison puts it off his face. Number 5 loses his glove. And here's Hopkins. 5.5 minutes left to go in the game, folks. It's a great one. Here comes Hopkins out of the zone with it. Oh, good read there by Harrison. Puck goes back in deep, and Joey has it back in the corner. Joey controls. So we got 2 gloves on the ice. They're being thrown everywhere by the refs. It's kind of funny. That's Hopkins dumps it in. How is that not an icing call? All right, so Harrison back to Joey. Joey brings it up there to Will. Will to Joey. Will does a good job of smartly just getting it out of the zone there, because that could have been a dangerous play. I like that play, Will. And here's Hopkins. They dump it in on Mac. That comes to Joey. Joey zips it up to Will. And here comes Will over the red line, over the blue. He's coming in looking for what his buddy's going to do. He tried to put that on net, but it just missed. Puck comes over there to Eric. Eric to Cooper. Cooper brings it in with speed. He's looking for a buddy in front. Tries to get it to Colton back there. Colton with a good battle gets it back down low. And we've got along the sideboards. Eric gets it. Eric dishes over to Eli. I don't know how he got that pass to him. Eli tried to get it over there to Colton. And here comes Cooper. Cooper with speed. Brings it over the red line. Nice play by Cooper moving laterally. Oh, he tried to get that over to Eli, but it just rolled on him. Puck comes back to Eric. Eric back to Cooper. Cooper on his own blue line. Gets it up to Eli. Eli over, enters the zone. Eli looks to bring it in. Somehow or other keeps the puck. Oh, he tried to get that out to Garrett, but it goes all the way to Eric. Eric keeps it in. Gets it down almost to Garrett. Nice job there by Eric reading the play. Here comes Hopkins. Oh, what a nice eat there by Mr. Cooper Klink. Eli gets it out of the zone.
Go, Eli.
And he gets it up to Garrett. Garrett brings it in. Oh, but a nice stick there by 17. Even better there from Eric. Eric gives it to Joey. Joey over the red line. He looking to bring this thing in. He brings it into the corner. He gets it out front. Oh, got it out there almost to Sawyer. Another shot by Garrett. Garrett to Sawyer. Sawyer takes a shot. One more shot. That comes out to Rocco. Rocco tries to take that shot. But now can he keep it in? Oh, come on! They are going to call a tripping call. No way. No! Boo! That is a terrible call. It was the other team. All right, folks, sorry I'm getting a little heated here. I know. So the refs are talking. They're trying to figure out what they're going to do here. Do you even know who it was? Oh my gosh, folks. So what happened here is Rocco went to take a shot. Puck went off his stick. He came back over to get it, and the guy tripped him. So, but they're calling it on Rocco, which is unbelievable. So it's a big deal because there's only 3 minutes left in the game. So if we've got a penalty for 2 minutes of it, that's kind of hard to address. So I think the refs know that they're not in the right, but they're not sure what to do because they made the call.
That's when the other refs have to step in and say, you missed it.
Absolutely, right? And that's okay.
You missed it, drop the puck.
Refs miss it all the time. It's okay. I miss stuff.
You can't stick with it because you made a mistake.
Right.
You can solve this right now.
100,
3 minutes left.
100%. And at a minimum, you don't anyway. I'm even fine if they leave it at 5-on-5, but giving us a penalty here, that's brutal.
Their guy touched the puck first, so sometimes they'll say that's not going to be a trip.
Right.
So he touches the puck first, and this follow-through takes him out.
Right, yep.
It seems like a trip, but some leagues they'll say.
Totally, yeah, maybe it's not. Yep.
But to go against Breck?
Can't even imagine. Can you run the phone over there? Woo! Oh my gosh, I'll tell you what. I'm impressed. Those refs made the right call. 5-on-5 hockey for the last 3 minutes. Everybody got a rest.
Give credit to the other ref in the lines.
Right. All right, so we've got Colton, Eli, Cooper, and Eric out there. And Garrett Trench on the draw. He wins it back to Cooper. Cooper takes it over the red line and dumps it in. Nice job of getting in there first by Garrett. Puck comes back to Eric. Eric tries to put it on net. That goes a little bit far. It's down in the corner. Cooper races for it, but that comes out center ice. Eric's going for it. Eric with a heck of a hit on number 24. Here comes Eric. He gets it over the red blue line, brings it in over the red. Here comes Garrett. Garrett tries to cut to the center, but it comes to Colton. Colton back to Cooper. Cooper puts it on net. Oh! Nice play by Eli, cutting across, tried to take away the eyes of the goaltender. That's a good 30 seconds there, folks, with 2.5 minutes to go here. The Royals are still up 4-3 as we're calling a timeout. We're having the medic go over to the Hopkins bench. Looks like everybody's going to be okay, and we're going to be able to start her back up again, so that's fantastic. Don't want to see anyone get hurt. So, Garrett Trench on the draw. We've got our same line out there. Trench, Milinkovic, Cooper, Eric, and Colton. Oh, he gets it almost on net. Hopkins just dumps it out. 2 minutes, 15 seconds remaining. Get it back there to Eric. Eric up the sideboards to Eli. Eli to Garrett. Garrett looks to bring it in. Garrett cuts the center. He's got a chance. Tries to put it up the top shelf, and it goes just over the net. The puck went up into the netting. What a heck of a move there by Garrett Trench. Get around that guy and have an opportunity. Love it. Okay, so we've got Cooper and Eric are staying out there. We've got Nick, OVH, and the third goal scorer, Sawyer Melkerson. I think I called him Michelson earlier. It's Melkerson. Sorry, Sawyer. I kind of know you. All right, so the puck's in the corner. Oh, they're looking like there might be a penalty. We're hoping it's against them. Roughing call. A roughing call against Hopkins because the marbles were off. And you had to even them up. 2 minutes to go, folks. Breck's going to have a man advantage for 2 minutes. Everybody's okay.
What was the penalty?
It was a roughing call against Hopkins. All right, here we go. I'm thinking the same thing, Hans. I'm wondering if a timeout's going to be called here. We shall see. Mac West is staying in the net. we've got a man advantage. So we've got 5 players. They've got 4. Eric and Cooper are back on D. Colton Garrett gets it back to Eric. Eric over to Cooper. Cooper brings it into the top of the circle, gets it down low to Garrett. Garrett gets it almost out. Comes to Eli. Eli over to Cooper. Cooper on the far side gets it down low, rips it across to Eric. Eli ripped it, but that got deflected just wide. Cooper to Eric at the top of the umbrella. Eric gets it over to Eli. Eli over to Cooper. Cooper brings it in, takes a shot. Oh, it just ricochets wide off their D. And the puck is kept in by Eric. Nice job. Colton goes after it. He pins his man to the boards. Minute 23 left to go in the game. Nice job there. And Mac West comes out of the net. It's a 6-on-4 now, folks. Puck comes to the far side for Cooper. Cooper back down low to Garrett. Garrett to Cooper. We've got 6 skaters. They've got 4. Comes over there to Eric at the top of the umbrella. He rolls. He's looking for an opportunity. Gets it to Eli. Eli to Cooper. Cooper to Eli. Eli wants it. Takes the shot. In the back of the net. And that's a tie ball game, folks. With 58.7 seconds left to go. Woo! High fives all around. What a game. That is what we needed. Eli Milinkovic ripping it mid-corner. We are thinking it's 10 from Cooper and Eric. That is what we think. So we'll see what the call is. What I do know is that is an Eli Milinkovic special. And I want everyone to know that I'm pronouncing his last name correctly. And all you people shouting, shoot, just be patient. The boys know what they're doing. You've given them a lot of training. Oh, nice play. Garrett almost got that over. Garrett gets it over the red line. He looks to bring it in. And nice job. And he does. He gets it to Cooper. Cooper rips it. But a nice eat by Hopkins. As their big number 17 went down. Puck goes around the corner. Here's Hopkins looking to bring it out. But a nice play there by Cooper cutting it off. Oh, heck of a play by OVH. We're trying to get that out of the zone. And he does. Hopkins has it back in their zone. 22 seconds remaining. They go to the far side. They're saying he touched it, so no icing. Eric has it back behind his net. Eric gets it up there to Eli. Eli tried to do a one-touch, but they're able to... Oh, nice eat there by Eric. He gets it all the way up to Eli. Eli's bringing it in. Cuts to the center. He's got a chance. Zips it over. Oh! What a great play by the Hopkins keeper. Reading the play and cutting it off. Eli and OVH were a sweet combination. There were 0.4 seconds left on the clock, folks. We almost won it with less than a second remaining. How fun was that? And Eli Milinkovic just feeling it. Sweet little feed. So we got a 4-4 hockey game with 0.4 seconds remaining in regulation time. We will go to overtime, folks. All right.
Good effort,
That would make sense. All right. Everybody's clapping in the stadium, at least on the right-hand side. So 4-on-4 hockey, or 4-on-4, 4-4 is the score. We are not going to go to 4-on-4 hockey. I do believe it's 5-on-5 hockey from here. Woo! That is a fun game, folks. And these are the kind of games you learn from, right? Is that overtime? All right. Yeah. So our neighbor might have done a little bit more research than I did before the game. Evidently, the game last year was a 6-5 overtime winner for Breck as well. You'd think since I was sitting here, I would remember that, but, well, it's a lot of hockey games. They all kind of blend together. Well, what fun. I'm glad you all are watching from home. It doesn't get much more exciting than this. So, I hope all of you at home are getting excited for the Olympics. Opening ceremonies tomorrow. We have a neighbor who is in the giant snowboard slalom event where it's 2 giant boards going down. Her name is Iris Flum. If you happen to see Iris Flum, cheer for her. She's an awesome person. She worked her tail off to get to the Olympics, and now she's there, and I'll tell you what, it's been a blast to see her and her ride. how much fun she had trying on all the gear, how all of her hard work, getting up early to work a manufacturing job, doing online school at Embry-Riddle, doing squats at 9 o'clock at night at Lifetime. She's fantastic, so we're really excited for her. I hope y'all are as excited as I am, because I'm not getting any sleep the next 2 weeks. I'm either going to be watching Breck hockey or watching the Olympics. All right, so no shock. Breck is going to be starting out with OVH. Garrett and Eli. Puck comes back to Eric. Eric gives it over there to...
Oh, boy.
Puck got moved around a little bit, goes in the far corner. Eli's going to take this. He zips it off the boards and gets it all the way down. That's going to be an icing call, however, as the puck just came off the boards a little hotter than he anticipated. So, face-off just to the right of Mr. Mac West. There were 8 total minutes on the overtime here. So we got 7:45 left in the overtime. Same line out there for Breck. Nice job of playing the man down low there by Cooper. Garrett comes in to help out. They're just digging. And the puck scoots out, and Eric, comes away with it, but he loses a tire. And Hopkins able to come away. They roll to the center. They try to take a shot. That got deflected right in front. Hopkins is able to put it in the back of the net on a rebound, and they come out of the box, go all the way over to their fans that are about as rambunctious as you can be. It's a big night for Hopkins as they've had a challenging year, but they come away with the win in overtime against Breck. Hats off to Hopkins on a well-played game. Hats off to Breck on an exceptionally played game. As Hopkins came out with a lot of hitting, and Breck was able to match it, tie the game up, take her to overtime. It was a heck of a great hockey game here tonight, folks. So I think their leading scorer ended up getting that goal. Hats off to him. He took a big hit earlier and came back. That's a tough hockey player right there. Well, thanks for being with us tonight, folks. Our next game is on Saturday. Saturday, we're going to be down in Rochester, Minnesota. I believe Hans is going to be with me down in Rochester. Is that correct? All right. So if you can't make it to Rochester, you know what Bat Channel to listen to. We'll be back with you then. We look forward to it. Thanks for being with us, everybody. We'll talk to you again on Saturday. I think the game's at 2 o'clock on Saturday, varsity, noon, JV.